Oh, Danny's back. Danny's back from Amsterdam. We're here. We've just lost 4-1 to Chelsea at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And literally, Danny, anything and everything that could have gone wrong today went wrong today.
It was like our whole season just gone down the pan in one game, isn't it? But the worst thing is, we didn't actually play bad.
Yeah.
Like, the start of the game, it was brilliant. If we had our
11v11, there was only one team.
We were battering them today. Yeah. Absolutely. They were 3-0 at half time, I reckon. But as soon as we got that red card as well, it just completely turned the game. And then Van de Ven pulling up. It's just like thing after injury, after issue, after whatever happened. Maddison going down as well. I think, look, we played with courage, considering we had 9 men on the pitch. And look at the team that played. The defense was basically Emerson and who is it? Emerson and Dyer, who haven't played hardly that much all season. So what do we expect, right? Look, it's a loss. It's the first loss of the season. The biggest thing for me is, I've been saying all season, right? It's not that I want us to lose, but the biggest challenge now is to see how Tottenham come back after we've lost the game, right? But the problem is now we're going to have to do it with our key players out. Because for me, our most influential players this season has been Maddison and Van de Ven. That's just my opinion. And because I think they've made the most impact on the team. I think Romero's obviously gone up a level, but them two are key. And then both going out, if that's a tear in his muscle for Van de Ven, that could be 3 months. Hamstring could be 8 weeks, up to 8 weeks. Maddison, we don't know what that is yet. That could be an ankle problem. It could be
rumours online that it's an MCL or an ACL or something.
If it's an ACL, we're finished. Our season's finished. But look, it depends on what he's going to do now. Is he going to give Lo Celso game time to replace Maddison? Is he going to move Kulu into the middle? Is he going to play Donnelly or something?
I don't think we've got enough wingers to move Kulu into the winger.
We don't. So look, I think. Look, it's a disappointing result. It's 4-1. No one wants to lose 4-1. But I've got to be honest. I don't feel like really shit. I don't feel like, do you know what? Like, it's like be all end all is 4-1. We've just got battered because the story that I know. Sorry. I know.
Someone's missing Danny.
I know. So am I. So basically, I think it was brilliant the fact that we played the way we did, and we still tried to go.
We had chances with 9 men, didn't we? We had chances.
We had 3 offside goals, right? We had 2 red cards, and we were still going for it. And also the worst thing about the whole game for me, what pissed me off the most, was the fact that the referee was basically giving them every single decision.
Look,
no cards, and
I don't think that you can say that Spurs weren't the product of their own downfall today, because we had this game in the palm of our hands, the first 11 on 11.
We did.
Romero, Udogie apparently both should have got sent off before they even did get sent off.
So that
Romero, the challenge that he did get sent off for, he wins the ball and then he follows through with the studs up in a really dangerous challenge. So originally I said it's not a red card, but I think you can't really have too much complaints with it being a red card.
I think you could see Romero was a bit like the old Romero, but it was a bit aggressive, too aggressive tonight, and he was going in quite a bit. But Udogie as well tonight was doing.
I don't understand why we had to do that though, because we had the game of our control.
We did.
On 11-11, we were saying, Chelsea are being over aggressive. Chelsea should have had more.
I think
kind of yellow cards or something like that. But the red cards that we got were warranted.
We did. And do you know what? Right, I agree with you. They were warranted, right? If we had 11 versus 11, even if Van de Ven and Maddison were off the pitch, I still think we would have given them a really good game, and I think it would have been closer.
Won the game.
I think it would be very close. I think it would be close again. Chelsea didn't play well at all. They scored the goals they did because of right at the end, right? And we were playing high line still. We were still trying to play our football.
And credit to Ant for sticking like that as well.
It is a credit to him. And look, it is what it is. It's a defeat. We have to move on, and I'm quite intrigued to see how he bounced back. But again, this is what I've been saying all season, right? I know I haven't been doing streaming and stuff like that, but for me, it's still a free hit season, right? We're still playing.
This is supposed to be a building block season.
It is a building block season. Like how many times have we said if you take one piece of the puzzle out the jigsaw, right, we've collapsed, 100%. Right? Tonight proved it. I know we had 9 men, but we didn't have quality, right? We played fucking. Sorry, but we played.
It's alright, mate.
We played Emerson and Dyer as our centre backs.
And
most teams in the league got better centre backs.
And you know what? And I think Spurs players should come out with amazing credit for the way they kept it tight for so long.
I think so.
I know we scored 2 at the last minute in stoppage time. But I think for the most part, when we did have 9 men, we kept it so tight and solid. They fought for the team, they fought for the fans, and the fans' reception was fitting for it, wasn't it?
Because they as much as we lost the game, but they kind of made us a bit proud because they never gave up and they kept trying to play their football. They kept trying to not give up, basically.
Yeah.
Like we were discussing in the match. Like if that's Conte, he would have put all defensive players on. He would have just sat back, and we probably would have got battered even more.
9-0.
Right? Yeah, it would have been like an embarrassment even more. But like I said, the scoreline doesn't tell the story of the game. It really does not. Like if you're in the stadium watching that, or you watch it closely, analyze it properly in TV, it does not tell the full story of the game, and it's a shame. But look, we have to move on. We have to see how we bounce back from this, and it's going to be a massive challenge for the team and for Ange because we've lost key players now.
Look, we got
right.
You're right, mate. First of all, that referee was a disgrace today. He absolutely was an absolute disgrace.
Chelsea's 12th man today.
Literally,
yeah, he was
literally. He must have had a Chelsea top on underneath his top today.
How many
and
times
you know
did
what?
he kick out? And he was booking
You know
them.
what? Like Spurs got what they deserved today in terms of cards and in terms of decisions. But Chelsea did not get what they deserved today because Reece James was elbowing. There was a number of elbows today. There were a number of challenges today and stuff like that where Chelsea did not get penalised, and it felt like this ref was completely a one-sided ref tonight.
He was like you said, right? You said it spot on. They did not get what they deserved in terms of decisions. In terms of the red cards or cards, they should have had a lot more. They should have had a red card as well. It would have probably been an even game. Reece James, disgraceful, elbowing someone like that and getting away with it. And I can't remember who it was, but the amount of times he was kicking out a player, was it Palmer? I can't remember if it was Palmer or not, but someone was doing it, and they just weren't getting the card. And you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's just insane. Yeah. But look, it is what it is, right? We've lost. We have to bounce back. And
how do we bounce back now? Because you're going to look like now Van de Ven out, Romero out, Maddison out.
Yep.
Where do we go? What do we do? Udogie out.
He's gonna whether or not he plays Benton or whether I think.
Who's our centre backs next game? Dyer and Phillips, Dyer and Emerson.
It might be Dyer and Emerson. Yeah, it might actually. It probably will be them because Ben Davies is still out, right? He's still injured, so it's probably going to be them two, unless Ange feels that he wants to give Phillips a go. Because look,
what would you do?
Do you know what? I'd give Phillips a go. Let him start
alongside Dyer or alongside
Dyer.
Emerson?
Yeah, I'd probably do it alongside Dyer. I would anyway. I mean, I think his substitution tonight, bringing on Dyer first, probably shows that Dyer's maybe.
Dyer was alright when he came on today.
He was alright. It wasn't too bad. I mean, he was dodgy as fuck. Like
only a bit at the beginning, but I thought as the game wore on, he was alright.
It's because he made a few good defensive blocks or tackles, and he kind of grew his confidence grew into the game. You could see it, but. The biggest challenge now is who we're going to play, who Ange is going to pick for that centre back pairing. We've got Udogie out as well, so now we've got a problem for the next game.
That's what I'm saying. No centre backs we've got available. No left back. Maddison's out. Our creative hub probably.
This is why, I've been saying, we have to calm our expectations because we shouldn't be anywhere near where we are right now. If I'm being honest, we shouldn't be because our squad is nowhere near deep enough. We've relied on our first 11, but. It's inevitable that things like this will happen. Or dodgy decisions, but injuries mainly, right? When you have injuries, you're going to have these problems where you need to have squad depth to replace them, and we do not have any depth.
We felt like it was all going a bit too well, wasn't it? And then it all came down crashing down in one game.
I always had that feeling. As soon as we lose one player, and we lost bloody 3 of them tonight. So, yeah, it's going to be difficult.
It's a hard one to take, it really is. But look, when you look at the bigger picture, look, I know it's going to be hard the next few games with the injuries and the suspensions that we do have. But when you're looking at what we've done so far this season, it is the first loss of the season.
It is the first loss.
And I know it's against Chelsea, and I know it's at home, Pochettino's return and all that. But I think we got to be proud of how the players reacted on that football pitch today.
I was definitely more proud today, in terms of, like I said, I don't feel like it. I felt like it's a really heavy defeat, inside. I don't feel like it's such a draining defeat. I'm really depressed. I'm really
unhappy. Glossed over the Chelsea performance, the goals.
It did. I think a more probably fair result would have been 2-1 Chelsea if we're going by how the game played out. But yeah, it was just they were very fortunate in everything today. So, and we were unfortunate in everything.
One player I want to mention and I want to give a massive big up to is Vicario in goal
He
today.
was
I thought he was our man. I know it's weird to say we've lost 4-1
Yeah.
and I'm giving the goalkeeper the man.
He was very good.
But I thought like every time the ball came anywhere near the goal, he was sweeping so well because we had to play such a high line, and he was there every single time to sweep the ball. The amount of massive saves he made throughout the night as well.
Like quick reaction saves as well. He was brilliant.
So he was my man of the match though.
If he didn't play the way he played tonight, we probably would have lost even more, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. We move now, we move on, and we see. I'm quite intrigued to see what Ange does, to be honest.
It's going to be interesting.
It is going to be interesting, but there's one
Luckily
thing as
we got
well,
Bentancur back.
which luckily we do. For me, and I've said this in the beginning of the season, I think Ange knows exactly what he needs for this squad. It's whether or not he's going to get that, and from the support from the board. If Levy needs to go into his pocket now in January, look at the situation. If we've got Maddison out for a month or so, just say for example, we've got Van der Ven out for a month or so, we're going to need support. We're going to need some help. So we have to wait and see what happens. But I just pray that they get a couple of players in January now. We need it.
Yeah, 100% we need it. We need help from the board in this January to really carry on the good start of the season. But we've got so many games before then. 7 games in December. A couple more games are left in November as well.
We do. Man City's the worrying one now.
So
I was quite confident, with the first 11. We can go up against anyone.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Anything outside of it, you're thinking, I'm not so sure. But look,
I mean, Emerson and Bayer centre-backs.
Yeah.
We've got teams that are mid-table that have got better centre-back partnerships than them too.
100%. Everton got better centre-backs.
100%. Tarkowski, I'd definitely take him in a heartbeat right now.
Yeah, but look, I think we can be proud with the way the players and the fans reacted today from the situation that we were put in. It is a hard one to take because it's the first loss of the season. 4-1 at home to Chelsea is always going to be hard, no matter what the circumstances is. But look, we just got to move forward. We got to keep going. Ange and the players have made us proud. So let's see what can happen with next week at Wolves.
That's all we can do now. Wait and see.
All right. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, Spurs.